Hey everybody, my name's Raymond. Welcome to Board Game Heaven Talks Accessories. And in this episode, I'm taking a look at the e-Raptor organizer for Runebound 3rd edition. So I'll open up the box and show you what's inside, and I'll show you how to put this insert together. Then I'll put everything in the box, put everything where it belongs, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Alright, so let's take a look at the e-Raptor insert for Runebound 3rd edition. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of organizers here, a lot of trays. And it is a rather big package, so let's open that up. So there we go. I think that was everything. Yes. Okay. Put that down here. And it comes with instructions. So let's see, that is a couple of sheets probably in here. And a really big Ziploc bag. And it is made of a HDF high density fiber board. And this is Runebound 1 of 5. Which is, I guess, this one, yes, 1 of 5. And that has a lot of walls on it. This is number 2 of 5. So I guess that is this one. It is. Okay. And these are numbered. And that is good because I have seen previous editions. You may have seen them as well on my channel. I did some other organizers by e-Raptor, and they used arrows to point out, well, this goes there and that goes there. And it was a jumble of arrows. They were colored though, so you could follow it and it worked, but I much prefer this approach. So this one is also needed here. And then we have 2 smaller ones, which are the ones on the back here. So I'll put those aside for now. So we have those, that's 4 and 5 out of 5, that is correct. And a whole lot of plastic dividers. So there you go. There is text printed on it, so I don't know. Oh, that's foil. Yeah, okay, so again, these are protected. I'll just try and get that off. And that does indeed come off. So you've got 1 sheet of plastic protection, foil on the front, and this white foil on the back. And if you take all of that off, you'll have a nice, fully transparent divider. So yeah, I'll put that to the side and all of these, because that'll take me a bit peeling all of that off. So there we go. All right, so let's start with this tray then. So you press this out, and it's just in the frame with a few little pieces, so you can easily press it out. Okay, so then we have these sheets, and you can see which numbers you need, so that is handy. So let's see, let's start with this one. And you have 1, 1, and 1. That's a bit odd. They're all called 1, even though they're different. But they're easy enough to make out from the drawing, so that's not a problem. So there we go. So we have this. And that is the first number 1, which should go then into the side. So that goes here, and that makes sense because it has the same slots there and the clips. And e-Raptor makes inserts that don't require glue. So you don't have to glue them, you can just click them together, and that's pretty cool. I rather enjoyed finding that out when I did my first e-Raptor insert for, I believe it was Role Player. Yes, that was Role Player. And you can find that on my channel as well. So this one goes in the middle, that goes there. And then the one with, that's over here, this one. Yes, that will go all the way on the side. So just push that out. Let's see, there's one here. There is a connection here. There. There we go. So that will go here then. Oh, I got some of these still in there. I just push that out with a nail. There you go. Just little bits of wood. Okay. All right, so that will go here. So I'll just put them where they belong. And they have notches on the bottom, so that means if I put them here, then other dividers will slide in. I don't have to put anything underneath, so I can actually click those in. And maybe numbers are the order in which you put them in as well. That would be very handy indeed. So let's see. Next up is number 2, which is, let's see, number 2, this is 8, this is 2. So that's the big one over here. And I could have actually put those numbers on the board as well, but I guess that would have taken more time to laser these. I mean, every engraving takes time. And this works. I like this. Let's see, this is a bit more solid in there, so I'll just put this down for now. So I can press this down easily. There you go. Where else? There is one. There. And that should be it. This one is a little bit tight. All right. Just be careful you don't break off any of these notches when pressing that out. Here's another one of these. Looks like it's dotted instead of lasered all the way through. I don't know why that is. It's actually, yeah, you can still press it out, but that's a bit odd. I haven't seen that happen before. Maybe a little error there. So let's see. This one goes in the other direction because it's this one here and doesn't have an arrow, but I guess it goes there because it has a notch here for this. That would go in there. And that sits here. Yeah, I think that's correct. And I actually think I can already put those in. You can also always click them out again, so I guess I will do that. So you just basically line them with the notches and press them through. I'll just click into place, as you can see. And that's pretty cool. It's like putting together a puzzle. A 3D puzzle. Click. That was one of these notches there. It's still in there. No worries. And this slides over. So yeah, click that in place and make sure I align this right. Let's see, did I get that correct? No, this one is a bit tighter, just slightly. So I'm gonna make that one loose and put this one in first. And that makes it easier. Okay, so yeah, that's the first 3 in place. Come on, slide over. Yeah, there we go. And then I'll press those in. There we go. It's beginning to look like something. It's pretty cool. So then we were at 9. So then number 10. What is number 10? We've got 10 over there, 11 and 12. So, and 10 is located here. This is 11, so I'll push that out as well. That went easy. And that was, well, I think I've got everything here. And then 12, that's these two. These dividers. There we go. All right. Good. So number 10, that goes in here, and it has a notch that goes over here. Is that all the way in? I guess so. Okay, because it doesn't go any lower. This is completely in there. And then 11 should go here, and I guess that way, because otherwise that notch wouldn't align. There, that went easily. And then these two go in here into these notches. All right. Cool. So then we've got a lot of these acrylic dividers that go in here. So I'll have to figure out how much room I need for all of those cards. And I'll have to look it up in the website which cards go into which spots, because obviously they have a plan here. What this is for, I still don't know. This is interesting. So I'll be looking that up. All right, I guess that's it for this one. So I'll peel off all the protective foil and put that in here. Just put that to the side for now. So we have this, this, and this bottom. That's this, this, and this. Let's start with that one then, so we can get those two done. There. I also need all of those. Yes. There's no numbers here. I guess they forgot to print the numbers on these. That's odd. So yeah, e-Raptor, point of attention. There's numbers here, which is great, but there's no numbers here. So you might want to fix that. But the shapes, again, are pretty easy to recognize. So you'll be fine, but it's just those little things, you know. I'm pretty much a perfectionist when it comes to designing things. So there we go. That's that. Okay. So I'll push these two things out. They're loose anyway. So there we go. Doesn't really matter. I think that's symmetrical except for this. That's not completely centered. So that means that this goes in like that. And this goes in like that. That's good. Making things asymmetrical makes sure that you can only put this in one way. And then we have these with the lower slots that are made for that. So let's align this and see if that lines up. It seems that this is sticking out a bit. So I guess that needs to go like this. And that does seem to be, yes, aligned. Yes, it is. It can move a little bit, so this is perfect. And then we have another one like that. And again, just to be sure. No, I guess that way around. Yes. That is good. And these two go in here. And they have hooks that grab into this. So then that means I need to press in those first. So these are number 1, these are number 2, and these are number 3, which makes sense in order. And that clicks in like that. And this goes in like that. So then this goes in In the other way around, I guess there's a slight difference in length. Yes, and this lines up very nicely. All right. In the same direction. Click. There you go. And once all of that clicks together, there is barely any movement. A little, but you also have the dividers that go in there. Let's see which ones are that. These, no, these were for the core box. So there's probably, you know, like these little things that go in there, I guess. Yeah, there are. They're printed there. So that's cool. That's another one done. Let's move on to the next. So I'll make that small one here. So this is an example of a little bit more loose component. It won't fall out. I mean, it's stuck there. Nothing will happen. But in these cases, I would probably just add a dab of glue here and there, you know, in this divider here, just to be sure. Oh yeah, of course. So yeah, glue for this one, not be a bad idea. Oh boy. And it still comes out. If I put it on the table, they just push out already. So let's try that again. Is this the correct one? Yes. So first align that with all of these parts. Don't tip it over too far. And then once that is aligned, I think and there we go. Yeah, that should be well in place now. Whew. I guess this holds tokens. And that is good as well. Like this. Although, nope. I think I have to turn it around. Yes, I do. So that one's a lot easier. Once you have one side in place and it doesn't fall out. So yeah. Okay, that's good. Right. So that's all of them put together. I'll look up what to put where, and I'll take off all of the plastic off of these, and then I'll show you how to put it in the box. Okay, so I put everything in the box where it belongs, every item. So I can now toss out this worthless insert, typical Fantasy Flight inserts. So then we have all of this. So in the core box, you simply put the main organizer. I've put all these cards, these character or the boss cards basically. This is everything with the dragon and all of the cards that belong to it. So these 3 types of cards, and here you go. And then the same for the warlock or the necromancer, whatever he is. So I put those in here along with his mission cards, and then these general cards. So that's 3 of those. And they are sleeved and they all fit in nicely. You still have plenty of space left. I even put in some spare sleeves here. And yeah, so I still have this free for expansions if I ever manage to find them. They've been out of print, sadly, for quite a while. I've put all the miniatures in the bottom here, and you can also put them in here if you want. You can, you know, put them up straight, perhaps. Could be better even, but they fit in here as well. So I could fit any, you know, expansion minis in there too, should I want to. Then I put all these cards sleeved in here, and all of these cards also sleeved in here, and that is a very comfortable fit, and I still have some space left. Then there's 3 slots here for smaller cards as well for the expansions, and so there's plenty of room for the cards. And the organizer does come up all the way to the edge of the box though, so that means if I put my board on top, it will raise the lid a bit. But yeah, I mean, that's simply because, you know, the cards, you put them on the sides and they're almost as tall as the box itself. So, you know, you would always have to raise up the lid if you store your cards like this. The only way to be able to put the lid on flush is if you put the cards in diagonally like this, but that would also mean you'd have less space in your box. So, you know, if you do have all the expansions, you want to be able to store them all in here, and then you'll be using up these slots. I've looked up some pictures on the e-Raptor website where they had everything, and it did indeed take up all the card slots if they were sleeved, that is. So then, apart from the cards and the minis, you've got a lot of tokens. So there is room here in the bottom of the main insert that holds the tokens that you would normally only use during setup and keep in the box otherwise. You could also put your character related tokens in here and just pick out the ones from the characters that you're playing with, and then put all the other tokens that you are going to use during the game in the top tray. And I've managed to put everything from the core game in here. But of course, if you have expansions, then you'll have to sort them. And, you know, so like the money tokens and the health tokens, I put those in the top tray. So you can put this on the table next to your board and have easy access to all of those. And that fits on top of this nicely. Let's see, there we go. Kind of snaps into place. And then on top of the miniatures, and that is why this little piece of wood is here, rests this token tray, and I've put those tokens that you put on the map in here, and there is room for expansions as well, so you can put that on the table. And that rests on a couple of notches, so that rests on this tab here. It rests on the side here, and it needed a third resting point, so that is why this was apparently put in. So when you put this inside, it rests and it won't go anywhere. So that's well done. And then finally, you've got this little box for the dice and those markers for the enemy and that hourglass token. So I was wondering why they made it L-shaped. I mean, the dice fit in here nicely. They could have just made one divider, or even a little bit smaller. If you need a little bit space to grab things, they could have just done it like this, and then I'd be able to grab the tokens here and still have plenty of room to grab my dice. But okay, maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is extra dice in the expansions. So you can put that here, and this doesn't really sit nicely on top of that. Even if you turn it around, well, this is better, but still it's kind of wobbly. So I would have liked to have seen some kind of support for this, because the bottom of this has these tabs in, well, a bit of random places. And, you know, there is not really a spot where this would rest on the side and this would rest on the side. And this is raised even a little because this didn't go in all the way. But on this side, there is nothing to rest on. So it will always sit in here, you know, a bit straight. Now this is okay, and it doesn't go anywhere, so you can take it out, and that's fine.
but it's, you know, I'm a perfectionist. And maybe I'm overthinking it because, you know, of my engineering background. And then this simply sits on top. Well, you can just throw them in here. There's plenty of room. They do wobble a bit because of this center divider. If you can get it to sit on here, then it's more stable. So that's good too. And that's basically everything. So then you put in the board, you just put it on top. And like I said, that will raise up the lid a bit, but at least it will hold everything. And I think that's more important. And you close the box. So this is about the height of the lid. And that's it.
And so that was the e-Raptor organizer for Runebound 3rd edition, plus all of its expansions. There's currently, it's already out of print sadly, but there was a big box expansion and 4 smaller expansions, and they all fit inside of this box. And it comes with 3 trays that you can take out of the box, so you can store all the cards and all the tokens that you don't need for your current game inside the organizer in the box, and just leave them there. You take out the minis and you take out the character cards that you need and the cards that you need for your game, put them on the table, and just take out these trays with the playing tokens and the dice and everything that you're gonna need regularly, like the coins and everything, your health tokens, and just put that on the table and you're ready to play. And since it holds everything into one box, that saves a lot of shelf space. It does, however, raise up the lid just a little bit because of the board. But like I said, I'd rather have that and just have a slightly taller box than have to store all of those expansion boxes on my shelf, and that's not organized at all. So this is a perfect solution for that. I really liked putting this together, and it was quick and easy. And I also like the fact that it has the transparent acrylic dividers, so you can easily spot where you put which cards. So that's it basically. I'd like to thank e-Raptor for sending me this organizer. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll also get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.